Oh my God, you just can't make this up like I've said again and again. My name is John Maiden. It's Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, and this just gets stranger and stranger and sadder for my children. Um, I guess since September 8th, when I declared victory by winning my appeal at the 3rd Judicial District Court of Appeals in Albany, and God, did I underestimate what was coming next. I didn't win anything. My attorney, Todd Monahan, just absolutely abandoned me and my children for no apparent reason. He declared that he won his part of the appeal, despite offering his assistance in any further matters at trial, despite telling me that this was actually going to accomplish something for me, despite going away for months at a time and failing to communicate with me as his client on any level, and just using some, I'm an attorney and you're not. I'm, doing this black box style and I don't need to explain anything to you because I'm God. I'm an attorney. You can't possibly understand what. Come on, man. Todd Monahan fucked up here. He abandoned me. And now, just since Friday, I have put out $25,000 to two different attorneys, and I still have that $25,000 out there because both of these creeps have to refund my money. Uh, what's her name? Joanne Coughtrey, Coughtry, came on like gangbusters Thursday into Friday, offering all her help, not believing what these judges have done. How could they sit there? Oh, by the way, she wants $15,000 before she'll take any action. And she made sure she, once, she let me know she wanted 15 grand. That's all she was about, was the money. Once she found out what was actually entailed in representing me and getting involved in this matter, she came up with some bullshit excuse that she forgot when my first court appearance is scheduled for. And that in itself tells you I don't want this fucking woman representing me anyway. If she's either too stupid to forget when my first court appearance is, or she's lying through her fucking teeth because all she wanted was the $15,000, then Joanne Coughtrey's got to go. Now, the other whack jobs that I retained, oh man, I'm not even going to go into it. But once they see that I won this appeal and that Clinton County is going to double down and throw this same jackass Timothy Lawless back, to monitor this thing without any regard for the law. This is what they do in Clinton County. This is what Lawless does. He did this, as I've explained again and again. But anyway, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, um, I can't sleep. I'm under so much stress and pressure all the time from these people. I'm a disabled veteran who struggles with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I'm also a recovering cancer patient, and these people don't care. Um, anyway, Maxwell's got to go. Fucking Cheryl Maxwell, along with Keith Bruno, have been running this shit since at least 2018. This is with the direction of Lawless. Don't forget about any of that I've said before. What I'm going to describe here is what's been going on. What um, Cheryl Maxwell's response to all of this has been for at least the last 4 years. God knows what she's done to other people, but she is absolutely going to be named in my civil suit as, I'm coming after Lawless, Bruno, Maxwell, Crookshank, the DSS, everybody involved here. But when my appeal was submitted and Maxwell took her sweet time first filing for adjournments so she didn't have to, respond, and then doing anything she could to drag her feet, not to have to put anything in writing. So, when she goes off, and this is Cheryl Maxwell's response. I've read parts of this before, where she says, did Clinton County Family Court exercise sound discretion in declining to recuse itself? And did the Clinton County Family Court judge's decision to dismiss the appellant's petition with prejudice have a sound and substantial basis in the record? Well, these questions are obviously, Cheryl Maxwell, you're a fucking liar. You know better. You know there is a conflict of interest here. You're an officer of the court. Fuck, you stood up in court, and when the motion for recusal was presented, Cheryl Maxwell, You told the judge ditto. In the transcript, it will say that your exact quote was fucking ditto. When Alan Cruikshank stood up and said to the judge, well, judge, there's an appeal pending at the 3rd Judicial District Court of Appeals in Albany asking for your recusal. And the judge said, what do you think I should do, Mr. Cruikshank? Cruikshank said, whatever you want, judge. Then the judge flipped it to Maxwell, and you know what Maxwell said? She said ditto. So this is the shit you get when the attorney for the children is so fucking compromised, so biased, so hell-bent on discriminating against me and my children that she's going to put this shit in writing now. She's got to go. She has to be removed, just like Bruno was removed, for the exact same reasons that she is complicit in all this, and she knows this. So, on July 27th, 2020, when I filed a pro se Article 6 petition in Clinton County Family Court, I sought to modify the 2017 custody and visitation schedule. And again, this is because, as I said, this shit was set up under Lawless, the prick that came before Bruno. So this motherfucker set this up in 2017 to limit everything with me, despite my, like I said, 2016, brain surgery, reconstructive jaw surgery, a stage 2 knee replacement, and sports hernia surgery. So here we have the attorney for my children now arguing against me, a disabled veteran, and using the default custody order that I was able to obtain when I came to Clinton County in 2017 after all of those surgeries, and putting my best foot forward to be kicked in the teeth by these motherfuckers. Now, they like to paint this as the appellant doesn't really know what he's talking about and he keeps changing what he's asking for. You know why I changed what I asked for? Because from the time I asked for some relief in these matters, I go back into my documentation and conduct other research, and I find more places where these fucking people lie. I find more places where these people get in front of the court and make statements that the court knows are false, make statements that they know are false, make statements that they know are going to perpetrate this conspiracy and this bullshit against me that was put in place 10 years ago and is now going to be acted upon by this same asshole named Timothy Lawless again. So the family court judge Keith Bruno, who after Judge Bruno, made repeated attempts to determine what relief the appellant was seeking. Now, by this point in time, I'd had enough of this bullshit, and I knew that Keith Bruno had lied and that he was the guy who initiated these investigations into me for domestic violence and child abuse. And when they didn't get the result that they liked, Keith Bruno and what the fuck's his name? Timothy Lawless doubled down and started this campaign against me to create legal jeopardy if I came to Pennsylvania and lock me up anytime I tried to assert my parental rights. So Judge Bruno says it's hard to decipher from his petition what relief he is seeking, but I guess reading between the lines, you could take it as possibly a custody modification petition, and it is a pro se petition. Look, this motherfucker shouldn't even be there, and he's talking about it like, you know, he's actually doing some righteous legal work here. And thank you, Maxwell, because you're the asshole that put this all on paper. So we're going to talk about this in court. We're going to use your fucking words against you based on the decision that was made on my appeal. So, my God, I made an oral application asking the judge to step down, stating, but why won't you recuse yourself in this matter? You were her attorney in 2012. The appellant's request stemmed from Judge Bruno's representation of the respondent over 8 years ago. Man, you know, come on, Cheryl. How many fucking pages you got in here? We're going to put you on the stand and take apart every one. Your statements in here just put you away. Now, I'm going to use your own words against you. Wow. This is just like, you know, mind-blowing to me. I mean, I understand why attorneys don't want to get involved. First of all, they don't want to go in front of fucking Lawless. I mean, nobody does. These people or anybody with any half a brain never wants to appear in front of court in court in front of this motherfucker. But here I am. I'm going to do it again. Oh, my God. In spite of the appellant's disrespectful behavior, the court continued to encourage the appellant to continue with this, saying, "You're stating you want to go to a higher court. You have that right, but we're in trial. The trial you wanted. You called a witness. I'm asking you for the second, third, or fourth time. Do you have any questions for Mrs. Carnahan?" I had many questions for Mrs. Carnahan. The court and Cheryl Maxwell would not allow me to ask anything from before June 2017 when this order was issued. This default order of custody that's used as some kind of flag in the ground. And sure, I can take this apart. The decision of the court in declining to recuse himself was not an improvident exercise of discretion. The fuck it wasn't. The 3rd Judicial District said this was an obvious conflict of interest and overturned it in the first fucking sentence. And here we have Cheryl Maxwell arguing for this judge. She's arguing for the judge. Beginning at this initial appearance and then during all future appearances, Judge Bruno repeatedly advised me of his right to seek the aid of an attorney. This is so he can whitewash it. This is so that he can put Edward Meyer or Deb Whitson or Christopher Michaud or one of these other fucking court lackeys that have been cultivated by Clinton County Family Court because that's where they get 80% of their business from. These motherfuckers are the bottom feeders that you'll find in every courthouse all over the United States. They suck on the dick of the court and basically do whatever the court asks just because they need the fucking money. These guys are lowlifes. Oh my God. Man. Yeah, Cheryl. Thank you very much. You're questioning my changes in circumstance. You're questioning multiple things here that absolutely I can impeach you with and have you removed. You're questioning my changes in circumstance when I'm warning this court that Richard Carnahan and Kristen Carnahan are drug addicts, that Richard Carnahan is a violent convicted felon, that Kristen is a violent, abusive addict and alcoholic, right in the same shoes of her fucking mother. And these are the people that you're doubling down and telling me that I have no sufficient change in circumstance when I have been trying to warn you, when I have been warning this court and admonishing this court of the situation that it puts my daughters in again and again by allowing this fucking people to have custody of my children. And you just said it's fucking okay. It is not fucking okay. I'll see you in court, asshole.